This job is very fast-paced, high-quality, quick turnover, and if you can't kind of match that or get in that groove, it's not for you.
Welcome to another episode of my podcast, Relentless Life on Your Terms, Season 6. I have a very, very special guest, someone close to my heart, who appeared on my podcast 4 years ago. So we're checking in to see what this amazing person's done. It's none other than my beautiful niece, Christofi.
Hello, I'm so excited that we're back 4 years later.
4 years later. So we'll talk a little bit about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You appeared on it as a fitness person who had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers across TikTok and Instagram. Fitness has always been super, super important to you, and you built a massive following by yourself. Let's start there. How did you do that?
So obviously, as I was a cheerleader for the past 8 years of my life, or as a kid growing up, it was just always something I was passionate in. And then posting that on social media got me into that fitness, that lifestyle. Then I obviously started my training and gym with Dad. Posting that, and then got noticed by brands like Riderwear, who I've been contracted with for 7 years, going on to 8. So EHP Labs, some big brands.
So it's very, very good for a father as my brother, and I know even for me, your uncle, being very proud that you're dedicated to fitness. You've always had a good head on your shoulders to build such a big following. How important do you think it is to have a following in anything that you do when it comes to branding?
Building my own personal brand helped me build my business. So people can relate to me. They know. Actually, to be honest, I feel like my social media, I only show about 10% of my life, and people who really know me know that it is just that 10%. It's my fitness, bit of my lifestyle, and my business. That's kind of all that goes into it.
Now, fast forward, obviously I'm sitting in front of, or in the social CEO studio, which is a business you started just over 2 years ago. And in that short period of time, for a girl in her very early 20s to start a business is incredible. But to have a team now of 12 consultants and growing, and close to 50 clients is remarkable. How did you start? What was your motivation to start the social CEO? Now, you're always big on social media, but I'm going to start an agency. What was it?
Definitely. So going back to that, having a following shows to my clients as well, and building it all organically and everything shows to my clients that if I can do it for myself, I can do it for them. So
obviously you started with one client. Your clients ranged from automotive, they range from hospitality, they range from investment.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so appealing that you've got such a wide range of clients in different industries?
I think our style and how we do things definitely just stands out. We have a unique style to everything we do and a unique touch to everything that we do for our clients. And even though they are ranging from automotive, beauty, hospitality,
investments,
investments, property, finance, whatever it is, the way we do things, and we kind of put our content into different categories. We either go something a bit more trending, and then something more educational, something more personable.
Make it more fun.
Yeah.
So you see what's out there and you make it related to that current client.
Yeah.
If it's a fun.
We tie everything in to that niche.
Yeah. What particular platforms do you feel are the best performing, and why?
Definitely Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. They all kind of go hand in hand. They're the main platforms that we kind of put our.
So those three ones?
Yeah, they're the main platforms we really put our clients on. Facebook and Instagram.
Depending on your service, if your financial services is an example, would you go stronger towards LinkedIn?
Yeah, 100%. But I do think it's good to have a strong presence on all those platforms anyway, and just focus
would
your
the content be
certain,
different across different platforms?
So some content that you would be posting on TikTok, you wouldn't, post that on Instagram, or the certain apps have their perks for different types of content. TikTok is that more behind the scenes, raw content. Instagram's that more crisp, finalized content. And then,
So why would a business come to a company like Social CEO and not do it themselves? What do you think the added benefit is?
Taking that pressure away from them, and they can really focus on what they need to focus on and what they're good at, and then just leave the marketing, leave it to us. And we have a whole team of 12 people right now that can do all the thinking for you, the scrolling for you.
You know what works. You know when it works. You know how to post, how to take a photo, what's going to get more reach.
The content that we post versus, I don't know, if our clients film something or post, you can see the difference.
Of course, which obviously means into investment, which means into dollars.
Yeah.
Give me 2-3 tips for people out there listening to why Instagram or any social is so important. Why does a business have to be visible?
If you're not visible these days, in this day and age on social media, it's like you don't exist, in my opinion, and it's obvious. Like, if you're not, putting yourself out there and putting your business out there, you're staying behind.
You're not evolving.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of social media companies, and I'm not saying this because you're my niece, but very few were able to build a brand in such a short period of time.
Yeah.
So within 2 years, and I reflect back when I was 22 and I was doing quite well as a national manager at a company, but I don't know many 22-year-olds that have been in business for 2 years successfully and have grown from strength to strength to strength. Why do you think you were able to do that? Other companies can't. To grow that turnover, to grow that database, to grow your clients, to have close to 50 clients, that's a remarkable achievement.
Yeah.
Do you think it was your grounding that you had prior with, was it about 800,000 followers out with TikTok and Instagram?
All up. Yeah. I think in this industry though, what I've realized is no one is you. And like that is your power. People are coming to you at the end of the day. And just the way we do things, the way we interact with our clients and everything, it's just, I don't know, it's different.
Well, look, it's no one can be able to run a company like you. I mean, the clients that you've attracted, but also the team that you've attracted.
Yeah.
You're very young.
Yeah.
You're very energetic. And that's why you've got so many clients that are lining up to work with you guys.
I'm very picky as well. Like everyone here that works, at Social CEO, they all bring something to the table and we all contribute, everything we have, and it creates like something.
The magic.
100%.
It's very, very hard to recreate something.
Yeah.
It's the brand is you. The brand is your team.
Yeah.
So it's very, very hard to copy or emulate.
Yeah. They can try, but there's so much that goes into it. Like, this job is very fast paced, high quality, quick turnover. And if you can't kind of match that or
emulate it,
if you can't emulate it, if you can't like get in that groove, then it's not for you.
So when you built Social CEO, are you still as active on your personal stuff now, or is that taking a bit of a back seat?
No, I'm still pretty active on both, but I do on my personal, I definitely just kind of share my fitness and a bit of lifestyle, and mainly Social CEO.
So if you've got a client that's very, very scared to get behind the camera and you know what it requires, how do you give them that motivation and that bit of a push to say, this is what we need from you? How do you motivate them to do their first video?
Yeah.
Because I did mine many, many years ago, and it was, I remember it was for Vinnie's, and it was terrifying.
Definitely. We pre-warn them, we prep them. A bit of a script would kind of be, it depends on like who you are. Some people are actually really good on the spot, and some people need that like pre-warning, and they need a script. And
you train them?
Yeah, you train them, but I feel like it's how we make them feel. Like we make them feel really comfortable, really confident, know that they can, do it again, take it again. But I feel like because I've done this so many times as well, and like done so many videos for my own personal account, like back when I was starting off, I was like, when I'd create a video and I wouldn't be happy with it or something, when you're watching it and go like, damn, like I should have just been more like, just like how I normally am.
But I remember even in the day, you were for hours and hours. When I'd speak to your mum or your dad, they'll say, Tia's just editing non-stop video, editing video. I go, oh my God.
Yeah.
So to create that video, it's not just you wanted to refine it and edit it. You are honing your craft, and you are spending so many hours.
Yeah, I definitely am a perfectionist, and I think that's how I got into it as well. Because I was always editing. I always had these ideas that I wanted to execute. It started off with like family, friends, saying, "Oh, can you film something for me? Can you edit something for me? Can you?" And I was like, "Yeah," like I loved it. And then I realized that I had, a bit of a vision for it
and the talent
and a touch. Yeah.
So here's a hard question for you. When you started and you were an influencer, did you think you were going to open a company, Social CEO, or it just organically happened?
It organically happened, but I definitely think I was made for social media. Like
100%.
I was made for this, but I love the back end more than the front end. Like,
which is editing the videos. What does that mean?
I love, like, between my own platform or my own social media, I definitely love Social CEO more. Like I love, interacting with all my clients. I love working, with people that even motivate me, other business owners. I just get, I love doing that, more behind the scenes work, even though we are very in front of the camera, all of that. But it's, a lot of, interactions with the clients and
Well, you work with some great brands and
Yeah.
some great businesses. And I'm sure it would be very, very fun extracting their expertise and actually showcasing it and bringing more clients to them.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is creating a revenue stream for them. And in some cases, the more you practice, well, with anything, the better you're going to get.
What's that quote where it's like,
It's 10,000 hours.
Yeah, 10,000
It takes
hours.
10,000 hours. Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called The Outliers. And it takes 10,000 hours to master any skill or craft or become an expert in your field.
Yeah.
So if you do it for 38 hours a week, it will take you 5 years, 3 weeks, and 3 days to execute those hours. So when you were little and you were doing all that editing, what you were doing is compiling those 10,000 hours really, really quick.
Yeah.
So that's how long it takes. So if you look at, even though you're very, very young, if you look at the tenure and how many hours you spent, you would have done.
100%.
That's why it makes a big, big difference.
Yeah.
And not many people hang around that long in any craft or business to have those hours.
Yeah.
And some of those clients that you have that are very, very successful, they would have done multiple hours. So I calculated in real estate and wealth creation, I'm showing my age, but I've done over 100,000 hours
Yeah.
in just this genre,
Yeah.
which takes a long time.
That's why you're so good at what you do as well.
Well, it's why I love what I do. So what's on the plans for Social CEO? What's in the next 1, 2, or 3 years?
Definitely expanding. I've just put on, another 2 people this week as well. I definitely need, a bigger space now. I only got this space in January this year, but I've definitely outgrown it. So definitely a bigger space.
More clients, bigger team. But I mean, the thing is, within a 2-year period, as I said, I don't know many 22-year-olds have been able to purchase a studio themselves, not rent, purchase a studio, have close to 50 clients and 12 employees. So that's remarkable.
Yeah.
And I know that you've got great people around you, a good team to help you, because you're just going to keep growing from strength to strength. So for our listeners, can you share a couple social media tips for them to get going or for them to pass their fear and anything like that? Can you give us a few quick tips and tricks?
I'd say you just have to start. Like if you just keep talking about it and don't do it, you're blocking yourself. So it's all about just starting and practicing and knowing that sometimes the first few videos or whatever you do, they might not be, what you want, but you just got to keep them practicing.
The smallest action is more powerful than the greatest thought, I always say. So take that action. I remember looking back now, this podcast is in season 6. I don't know why, but about a week or 2 ago, I watched episode 1 or 2 and I go, oh my God, I looked so different. I sounded so different. I spoke so much fast. I go, I can't believe that's me.
Yeah.
But if you keep refining it and do it over and over, you're going to keep getting better, aren't you?
Definitely.
And marketing is super important. It's probably marketing and sales are the most important things in any business. So it's very, very good. How do people reach out to Social CEO and how do they get in touch with you?
A lot of it is word of mouth. One thing I can say is I've never poached the word's not poached.
Well, I've
never reached out for a client or anything like that. They've always either like Instagram DM, my website form submission.
Existing clients refer other clients.
Yeah, clients referring other clients or them just seeing our work all over their screen because we are literally everywhere. But that's how.
That's the best way, obviously, to grow because I know you've got clients banked up waiting to work for you guys, but you actually need the infrastructure. You need more team members to be able to execute all these clients. Very good challenge to have. Being in business for 20 years, I don't think you understand or appreciate what a great position that actually is, which is a testament to the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
So you work with a lot of clients here. Give us some of the things that you see on social media that you think companies shouldn't be doing or should be doing more of. What are some of the common mistakes that you see companies make when they're posting?
A common mistake, firstly, is not working with Social CEO. Second,
not having a good company.
Posting content that does not suit their vibe or fit
When you
in
mean
with,
vibe, what do you mean? Like how they are as a company, their culture, their essence?
Yeah.
So it doesn't match, not congruent with who they are?
Yeah. It's just like there's no value in the content. It's like a purposeless post.
Yep.
Something like that. Probably not being consistent enough, just like posting once in a blue moon popping
How
out
often
of
would you
nowhere.
recommend that a company does post?
At least minimum 3 times a week.
On both platforms, all platforms?
All platforms. Yeah.
3 times a week minimum.
Yeah,
Is there
minimum.
particular days they should be looking for?
It depends. Everyone's got their own, insights and.
Depending on what industry they're in?
Yeah. Depending on what industry they're in.
So certain industries will be busier.
Yeah, will benefit from posting early in the morning, and then some would benefit posting like that 5-6 p.m. mark.
So that's social SEO. You actually analyze that data.
Yeah.
So you'll see. So if I'm a financial services company,
Mm-hmm.
you come to me and say, I recommend you post 3 times a week during these times.
Yeah.
Then you also put that content to make sure that you understand the clients, because we've worked together also to find out who they are as a company to match their culture.
Yeah.
And you mentioned before trending. So you'll also match a song or a background to what's trending, correct?
Yeah. You know when you hear the same song
Yep.
like over and over again on social media, that's what you call trending.
Yep.
But we set the trends, so.
Of course. And you're looking at obviously different. So this data constantly changes, because I know when I do posts, whether it's on Facebook or Insta, the algorithm keeps changing. When it's on LinkedIn.
You just
You've got
have
to be on
to keep
top
up.
all the time.
You have to keep up.
That's why working with a company, you're not going to know that unless you're a company like yourself.
Yeah.
And you check these things all the time.
All the time. And we have certain people that are, account managers for these certain, industries or certain accounts, but we have group chats, everything. They don't stop going off. Like,
Is there too much posting? Can you post too much?
Yeah,
yes.
there is.
What's too much?
Depends. Well, it also just depends on, your industry, but there is like such a thing as too much posting.
Because you look at, obviously there's different people who say post less, but make it more pointy. You've got people like Gary Vee that just say punch as much out, which he actually reached out to you to say you're doing a great job as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Nice
that would have
guy.
been a surreal move.
It was. That was a real, because I love, some of the stuff Gary Vee says as well. There was a post the other day that he spoke about how business owners, they know that they're walking into work every day and it's going to be something different. Something different's going to be thrown at them. And he just makes me feel like, this is what
a
happens.
great validation though for someone like Gary Vee to reach out to you to say, who's the king of content really, to say, wow, what a great job. How'd that feel?
I felt like I was doing something right, but I know I'm doing something right. But I like how he doesn't overthink his content.
He just puts it out.
Yeah.
He's all about
He's very
as much as possible.
straightforward. Yeah.
And I like his message, but that was really good. And I remember I get a lot of times, because as you know, my older brother, your uncle's a professional fighter. Many times when I say my surname, I get, are you Pat Christofi? Do you know Pat Christofi? I go, that's my brother. Lately, Tian, I've got to say, it's quite funny.
Oh my
I was at a
gosh.
coffee shop in South Melbourne, and this lady talked to her all the time. Every Sunday I go there. What do you do? I told her, you should, what do you read? I bought her a copy of my book. She goes, Christofi. The next week I go and she goes, do you know a Tia Christofi?
Oh, that's so cute.
I said, yeah, I do actually. She's my niece. She goes, oh my God, you're actually doing the content for a business that they know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's about 3 times now. People go, Christofi.
Wow.
Do you know a Tia Christofi? And I go,
I love
that's
that.
actually my niece. So I've gone for my brother now. Now I've got you there, which is incredible. So we've gone
cute.
through. We've gone through some of the things about clients that you work with. Tell me some of the results that some of these clients that have been with you for years are experiencing.
We've taken some of our clients from, a good 7,000 followers to like a 25K. Just depends on the industry.
And it's organic as well. Just to
Organic as well,
clarify, you're not buying followers. You're actually working hard.
Definitely
getting
against
the right eyeballs.
Yeah, against the whole buying fake followers and all that sort of thing. It does affect, everything else in the long run as well. But our clients hit like on their reach, for example, like we've had clients hit millions. And we've definitely established some businesses. So.
And Gary Vee talks about that. Give me the right tribe. Give me 100 good eyeballs, not 1,000 that are interested that you've purchased, because you're going to build a community of people that are interested in what you're doing, a community of people that are going to invest in your product. So it's all about organic. So you've had clients from 7,000 up to 25,000, which obviously translate to a lot of revenue.
Yeah.
Is there a particular,
Definitely.
I have to ask you, is a particular like genre you like working in? Is it hospitality? Is it financial services? You don't care? Or is it one that, I know you work in automotive a lot. Is there one that you really enjoy working with more?
I definitely love automotive. I do.
Because of the great
I love
cars?
the cars,
Yeah.
everything. Like I've actually learnt a bit from that. And I love hospitality, beauty. I do love everything that we do, honestly.
Because you've got such a wide range of clients.
Yeah.
And your methodology that you employ works across any business, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, honestly.
And it's because you analyze your data, you know what works, you really get to know your client, and you just put them in front of a camera, you tell them how many times they should post, and off they go.
Yeah, so pretty much on that onboarding process with the client or that first initial meeting, I go over, what the goals are, what your business stands for, what's the messaging that you kind of want to bring out on your social media, and then we knuckle it all down from there, create that strategy. And that's how we move forward.
So it's like a fact find. The first meeting is like a discovery meeting, so to speak.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve? What do you want?
And the first shoots, usually they're always successful. But then that second shoot, it's like, we really know everyone now. They know what to expect.
So obviously getting to know them. Okay, so Tia, as I mentioned before, I'm super proud of you to have a 22-year-old with such a great head on your shoulder. 23. Sorry, I should know that. To have a 23-year-old that's been in business for over 2 years, growing from strength to strength, to buy their own studio, to have 12 employees and counting on close to 50 clients is a remarkable feat for any entrepreneur. We're super proud. I'm your biggest fan. I know your father is, your mother.
Yeah.
We all are. And we're looking forward to what you're doing. So I will revisit you again in 3-4 years in our podcast. So are you ready for our quick fire questions, young Tia?
Okay, we're doing 5 questions.
Quick fire question.
Okay.
Ready? Now, Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Wine or beer?
Wine or beer? Wine.
You don't really drink beer.
Obviously, I don't drink beer.
Sneakers or heels?
I feel like I'm in heels every day, but I love sneakers.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Rainy day or sunny day?
Sunny, any day.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
Summer or winter?
Summer. I'm a winter baby though.
Concert or festival?
Concert.
Plane or road trip?
Plane.
Cardio or weights?
Weights. I love these.
What's one thing on your bucket list?
When I was younger, it was jump out of a plane. But now I'm scared.
I've done that. It's not that bad.
Oh, maybe in Dubai. Oh, I don't know. What's on my bucket list?
Maybe next time.
I've been to a lot of places, so.
You've traveled the world a lot, so that's. What's the first thing you think of when you wake up?
My clients.
I was about to say work, probably for you. Who has been the most influential person in your life?
I'd say my mum and dad.
You have remarkable parents that are very supportive and very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
What's a mistake that you've really learned from the most in your tenure in business? What's one of the biggest mistakes?
I'm a very nice person, so yeah, like I learn a lot when sometimes people do things and you're like, whoa, I wouldn't expect you to do something like that. Probably, working with the right people, really, finding your tribe.
I hope you don't mind me sharing, but I remember you had a couple of challenging times. Every business owner does. When your dad told me you're going through a tough time, I said, I'm so happy. He goes, why? I said, I wanted to go through really tough times because that's how she's going to grow. The way you responded was remarkable, and I knew that you're going to go better and better because true diamonds are formed through extreme pressure.
Yeah.
And you're going through these challenges and getting stronger and stronger, and every business owner goes through them as well.
Yeah.
Now,
I know no matter what kind of industry you're in, that's one thing I've noticed with my work and some of my clients. No matter what industry you're in, every business owner goes through the same challenges for some reason, no matter what it is.
That's why networking is important.
Yeah.
Speaking to other business owners because you think you're unique.
Yeah.
You think their challenges are me.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
Everyone else goes through them.
It's not personal.
But it's how they handle them. Now, how do you define success?
I define success through is like love and happiness one of the things.
Anything you want.
Because that would be mine.
It could be fitness, it could be business, it could be all the above because I know they're important to you.
Yeah, all the above.
Last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much have you enjoyed being on the podcast for the second time?
10. Chris?
To my beautiful niece, please get behind Social CEO. If you know anyone at all that needs great content services, I'll put the link in the comments below. Reach out if she has enough availabilities because she's growing rapidly. Should love to see you and come out and chat to you. Thank you.
We've got you. Thank you. I've loved it.